Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Goffstown High School, where we have a lovely girls lacrosse contest in this lovely monsoon, where the Goffstown Grizzlies are playing the Keene Blackbirds. We are about to get underway, and might be a little bit slow on some of the numbers here. We do have some coats and things that are covering some things up. Ella Coletti and Sydney Lavoie out on the draw circle. It looks like Morgan Dodge taking the draw. Morgan Dodge with the draw control and a ground ball. Grizzly possession as they move the ball down into their offensive end. And like the Grizzlies have done most of the year, they've kind of been patient and just kind of working into their offense. Trying to give a lot of people different touches, being able to give them a chance to go. Peyton Duff with the drive, shot over the cage, and backed up there by Gabby Millis. Gabby Millis pulling the ball back into play. And ball pushed up top to Sydney Lavoie. Sydney Lavoie, natural lefty, trying to see if she can test that inside. Looks inside, finds Ella Coletti, got bumped. And she will be on the 8-meter. So Ella Coletti taking an 8-meter shot. And straight on, so that gives her most of the net to be able to look at. Drives in, curls it around, and is able to put it home. A lot of patience there. The defenders held off of her because they were afraid of the check there. Ella Coletti with an 8-meter goal unassisted. Nice opening score there for the Grizzlies. Controlling the draw, getting the ground ball, and showing a little bit of patience and control. The elements are definitely playing havoc on everybody. Everybody's already soaked during their warm-ups. It's a little bit cold out there, but we're lucky enough to be able to squeeze this game in. Morgan Dodge back on the draw circle. Sydney Lavoie and Ella Coletti on the outside. Ball squirted out, and draw control for Ella Coletti. Nice way to cap off that goal, being able to grab that ball. Ball down the side. And she's driving the ball down to X. Ball over to Gabby Millis. Ball up to Sydney Lavoie. A little two-man game here. Sydney Lavoie finds a lane. Shot. And backed up by Ella Coletti. Again, the Grizzlies have done a really good job showing patience with their offense this year. Pick there by Sydney Lavoie, trying to give Peyton Duff a lane. And good defense by the Blackbirds and pulled out. Ball over to Trinity Lunn. Trying to drive the inside. No shooting space call, I was going to say. There we go. Shooting space call drawn by Trinity Lunn. And looks like she may have the upper center hash. So again, just like Ella Coletti has a really good look at this, see if she's able to put this one home. Whistle blown, shot, and score. 8-meter goal for Trinity Lunn, unassisted. So Grizzlies doing a good job so far in being able to drive towards the cage. They've drawn 2 8-meter opportunities. So again, for those at home that have never kind of seen a girls lacrosse game, the easiest analogy I can give you, it's like basketball, somebody driving to the hoop and they get fouled and they kind of get a free throw. This is definitely much harder than a free throw because when the whistle blows, everybody's chasing you down to try to check you. But nice opportunity there for both Ella Coletti and Trinity Lunn on those 8-meter shots. A little change up here on the draw circle. Thea Susi on the outside, Emma Bird, and it looks like Neve Ravasan taking the draw. Ball squirted up. And out to the side. And does Neve come up with it? She just overran it. And who was it off of? And off of Black, white ball. Grizzlies ball. Full head of steam here for Neve, seeing if she can try to drive that lane. And good defense there by the Blackbirds, being able to stop that rush. Ball over to Paige Winters. Trinity Lund with a pick. Good cuts inside there. And ball held at X. Paige, nice job keeping her eyes up, trying to find those cutters. And our draw control specialist there, Neve, trying to find a lane. Shoots and scores. It's Neve Ravaz unassisted. Nice drive. Way to go for her to being able to notice that there is some open space off to that right side. Took advantage of being able to drive right to the cage. So your Grizzlies are up 3-0 right now, 3 different scorers. Ball moving around pretty well. Looks like the Grizzlies are changing up their draw circle control here. And our same 3 that were out there before. So I apologize to any of the Blackbird family or Keene family that's watching this today. I don't have a roster that was given to me. So I apologize. So I'll call out numbers as they come up and down the field. And ball is up. And draw control for Keene. A little bit of contact. Ball's launched out. And ball still on the ground. And good check there by Sydney Lavoie. She waited on that until they had scooped it. So you're allowed to check the stick once the ball is in the cross. Sydney Lavoie pushing towards the cage. Notice that the Blackbirds got back into their base defense and pulled up. Ball over to Gabby Millis. And Trinity Lund with a ground ball. And possession retained there for the Grizzlies. And Neve again with the drive, saw a lane, shoots and scores. It's Neve Ravaz unassisted. All right, Neve Ravaz already in the game for just a couple minutes. Has already put 2 goals on her tally sheet for the day. Nice job by Neve. All right, our original draw set here, back out to take the draw. Morgan Dodge on the draw circle, or taking the draw, I'm sorry. Ella Coletti and Sydney Lavoie on the outside. And ball squirted up. And draw control win for Sydney Lavoie. She's got a good head of steam. She's pretty fast. Sees Morgan Dodge cutting down the middle. And that's a hold on white, so that'll be black ball. Morgan Dodge with a shot. Just unfortunately has a save by the Blackbirds. Up Ella Coletti with a cause turnover and a ground ball. Let's see if she takes the lane. It just opened up for her. Right to the cage. Shot. She hits the pipe. Ella Coletti with a shot there. Just hit that right side of the cage. Great job recognizing, though, she had a lane. And Morgan Dodge with the ground ball with a cause turnover by Thea Susi. Great job by Thea being able to wait on that clear, waiting for that person to be able to pick up the ball. And she checked it right out. Nice patience there. All right, Peyton Duff on the corner here. Looks like the Grizzlies are trying to set up in their offense. Show a little bit of patience here. Sometimes in the chaotic in between the 30s there with the change of the possession, you kind of want to slow some things down. Peyton Duff, drive to the cage, just shoots it wide. Shot by Peyton Duff there, and that's backed up by Ella Coletti. Looks like she's going to get another crack at it. Ella Coletti over to Peyton Duff. Presses the corner, feeds inside, and a little bit of contact there. It's heavy contact. And ground ball by Sydney Lavoie. Looks inside, finds Peyton Duff, and a goal. Sydney Lavoie with the assist over to Peyton Duff. Way to look inside after getting that ground ball. And the score here is 5-0 with the Grizzlies here with 6 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first quarter. And the Blackbirds have elected to take a timeout here, just probably to go over some things and regroup. So we are going to take a pause here, and we will be right back with you. Three, two, one. All right, everybody, welcome back. We are back from the timeout, and we're back at the draw circle. Morgan Dodge, Sydney Lavoie, and Ella Coletti out on the circle. Ball's up. And ball's on the ground. Squirted back out. Looks like White has a chance at it. So Morgan Dodge with the draw win and a ground ball. Morgan's definitely one of the faster players here on the field. If she gets a lane, she's going to go. There she goes. She's got a lane. Oh, ball squirted out. But it looks like they called shooting space prior to losing possession. I'm sorry, they actually called a sphere call. So a sphere call at home, that just means that the girl has a protective bubble around her head. If you can imagine a 12-inch kind of bubble around her head. And a check came in too close to her head. So again, center hash here for the Grizzlies, lucking out on the positioning for these 8-meter shots. Drive right in, shot over the cage, and that's an 8-meter miss just over the top of the cage. Ball pushed up to Sydney Lavoie, drives, shoots and scores. Sydney Lavoie unassisted. Nice job by Sydney, recognizing she had some space there. And you find your Goffstown Grizzlies up 6-0 over the Blackbirds. All right, Niamh Ravaz, Thea Susi, and looks like a little stutter there. So White moved early, and that will be Blackbird possession. See if the Blackbirds can move it up into the offensive end. And Niamh Ravaz with a ground ball. And Niamh with some pretty good speed. Let's see her get up that sideline. See if she has anybody up ahead of her. She looks like she's determined to get a little bit of contact. Lost the ball. Good check there by the Blackbirds. And that's a turnover for the Grizzlies. Great ground ball by Paige Winters. Way to be patient on that and pick that up. Looking inside. Paige does a really good job always keeping her eyes up, trying to find that girl down the middle. Nice check there by the Blackbirds, being able to try to dislodge that. Just couldn't come up with that ground ball. And Grizzlies showing a little bit of patience here again, try to get in their offensive set. Ella Coletti up to Peyton. Peyton finds a lane, and shooting space called. So unfortunately, that goal does not count. It will put us back on the 8 meter. So again, lucky again, center hash 8 meter shot here. Again, it gives you the most cage to look at. Hardest for that goalie to defend because they don't know which side of the cage you're going towards. On the whistle, drive, and bounce shot it in. Peyton Duff with an 8 meter unassisted. So again, the Grizzlies recognizing where to drive and finding the good space to be able to draw shooting space on the defenders. Getting that center hash each time. I believe that's 3 8 meter goals. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3 8 meter goals on that center hash. So the Grizzlies getting some offensive opportunities, and they are cashing in. So. All right, the officials are ready to go. And your Grizzlies are up 7-0. And ball's up. Oh, and contact. Neve and Thea Susi ran into each other. That's a ground ball for the Blackbirds, and ground ball for Peyton Duff going the other way. They have some numbers. Let's see if they push it. And smart decision there. The defenders got back in, being able to stop that drive. Ella Coletti finds Paige Winters on the cut. And a shot by Paige Winters just off to the side. Ground ball there by Peyton Duff. Let's see if the Grizzlies kind of show a little bit more patience here, maybe working one of their plays. Ball up top. That's a pretty strong check there by the Blackbirds. Looks like Peyton got hit on the head there. So any head contact is an automatic foul. That'll generate a 2-minute penalty here at 2:31. So that'll be releasable at 31 seconds left in the period. Hopefully Peyton's holding up her head there. Hopefully she's okay. So the Grizzlies here are a girl up. That should free up some space for some cutters coming through the middle here. And Peyton sees an opportunity, one-on-one. She's going to take it right away. Rolls back. And goal. Peyton Duff unassisted. And that brings the score to 8-0 for the Grizzlies. Looks like some change up here. Change up on the attack. We have Lily Connor, Stella Enman, and Addie Glazier coming into the game. All right, ball's out, and ground ball by Emma Bird. That's also a draw control for Emma Bird. Nice job by the Grizzlies. And Emma Bird with the drive to cage and a shot. That's backed up by Addie Glazier. Addie Glazier bringing the ball back into play. Eyes are up. Addie Glazier with a good game against Alvin. She kept finding cutters all day. Couple assists. She sees Gabby Millis, and that is a goal. Gabby Millis with the goal. Goffstown Grizzlies doing a good job here spreading the wealth on some of the goal scorers. Looks like the Grizzlies are doing a defensive formation here in case they lose that draw control. And ball's up. And Morgan Dodge with the draw control win and a ground ball. Nice job by Morgan. Morgan sees a one-on-one opportunity and she pulls it out. Nice job by the Grizzlies. Still a girl up for about another minute. We'll see what the Grizzlies try to do with the ball. Ball up top to Lily Connor. Cutter's coming through. Eyes are up. Nothing there. Grizzlies are going to kind of utilize this spot here to maybe look inside. So again, Keene is a girl down all the way until 31 seconds left of the period. And Lily Connor trying to drive that corner. Looks inside. A little bit of an overthrow. That's a turnover for the Grizzlies. And the Blackbirds with the ball. A little bit of an extension there on Emma Bird. That'll be black ball. And a little bit of it's a ground ball by McKenna Fisher. Way to sit there on that overthrow. And McKenna looking to clear the ball, get a successful clear here for the Grizzlies. A bit of left to right action. Sees a lane. She had a lane. Closed off and goal from McKenna Fisher. Unassisted. McKenna Fisher just ran that about 70 yards. Split the defenders. Put that right over the top of the goalie. Great ground ball, hustle play by McKenna Fisher. I believe that's McKenna Fisher's first goal of the year. And it looks like we have a timeout call here. So we're going to step away for just a moment, and we'll be back in approximately 2 minutes. right, welcome back, everybody. We are now moving into the second quarter where the rain has lovely decided to pick up a little bit and get everybody even more wet. Your Goffstown Grizzlies have jumped out to a commanding 10-0 lead over the Keene Blackbirds. The Grizzlies have been sharing the ball offensively really well here with multiple goal scorers. Let's see how they approach this second quarter. Morgan Dodge put it up, and ball squirting around. Sydney Lavoie with a draw win and a ground ball. And again, Sydney Lavoie, that natural lefty. The rise up there. Good pressure and a check there by Keene, called for a hold. And she goes behind. That'll give Sydney a chance to drive towards cage. Ball up to Abby Dubriel. And it looks like the Grizzlies are going to work on getting into their offense here. Trinity Lund finds a cutter. Ball in. Oh, nice save. Good movement by the Grizzlies. Just wasn't able to cash in. Trinity Lund with a ground ball. Looks inside, finds Morgan Dodge. Just mishandles it. And Evie Eaton with a ground ball. And also a caused turnover. Great check there. Evie starts with the ball coming in. Good movement here by the Grizzlies. Trying to find those cutters inside. Abby Dubriel with the ball. Eyes are up. Looking for cutters. Morgan Dodge test in the middle. And ball dislodged. Just trying to see what the official called here. Looks like it will still be black ball. Who's he pointing behind? Sorry, we got no signal from the official there. He just pointed the player behind. So we're going to go with that's a hold on black. And puts her back at the dot behind the cage. And it's Grizzly ball. Ball behind to Peyton Duff, looking for cutters. Good movement here by White. See if somebody can get freed up here to be able to stash one home. Nice cut there by Sydney Lavoie. Feed inside. And saved by the Keene Blackbirds. Ball's trying to be cleared. That's number 10 for the Blackbirds. Ball pushed up. Scooped up by the Blackbirds. And a little bit of contact there by the Grizzlies. We go behind. Blackbirds driving down toward the cage. Good offensive opportunity for them here. Split in two. Shot. And looks like that just came out. Didn't make it to the cage, and Dom Webb right there being able to save that from squirting in on the corner. Dom Webb just tried to get that up the field. That's a turnover for the Grizzlies, and that's a check in the sphere. Looks like it was Jenna Shannon, it looked like, so she'll go behind. And Blackbirds driving towards the cage. This is their best offensive opportunity here. Let's see if they have a chance to cash in. Grizzlies trying to work on their base defense here. Trinity Lund squared up there. They're calling her for a hold. And that's actually on the 8-meter. That looks like it's on what they call a hanging hash. It's a hash outside the 8-meter. Tough angle to shoot. And shot over the top of the cage. Backed up by White. That's Jenna Shannon. Being able to bring the ball back in. Nice job by the Grizzlies being able to back up that shot. See if we can push the ball up the field. And ball chased down, squirting around, and turnover by the Grizzlies. And Ella Coletti with a... No, we didn't get possession there. Ball squirting around. I wish I had a good analogy. I'm not a really good sportscaster for that. Oh, sphere call there on the Grizzlies. So again, you can't take that check across the body coming through that imaginary sphere or bubble around a girl's head. Keene test in the middle, shot, and score. Keene recognizing that they could push that middle, found a lane, and was able to put that in. And to all the Keene parents at home, I apologize if I can grab a number from her. The numbers are a little bit smaller on the black uniforms. It looks like number 10. Yep, number 10 for the Keene Blackbirds. Nice job and patience being able to drive that ball down the middle. 10. Number 10. And our lovely announcer just said that was Logan Lord. Nice job by Logan being able to get that ball down into the cage. All right, ball back out to the draw circle. And ball's up. Oh, that's a push there by the Grizzlies. Black ball. All right, Keene just had a little bit of momentum with that goal here, and now they won the draw and back in the offensive zone. Let's see if they can put something here back to back. Ball over to number 10 again. Quick face dodge and lost the ball. I'm sure it's a lot slipperier in everybody's sticks here today. Pushed by the Grizzlies. Blackbird ball. Extension. So that'll be black ball. Pushed over and shooting space call on the Grizzlies. So that'll give Keene their first 8-meter opportunity today. And number 17 with her first opportunity. Looks like the officials are just conferring to make sure that she's on the correct hash. And they're good with where she's set up. Ball shot and goal. Scored by number 17 for the Blackbirds. And for all the Keene parents at home, again, I just getting some of the names from off to the side here. That was Ashlyn with the goal. So the Keene Blackbirds have put 2 here back to back. And ball scored it up. And that's another draw control win for the Blackbirds. That's how this game can work. You make it, take it for the teams. And we had a contact call there by the Grizzlies. So it'll be Blackbird ball. And this lovely rain wrecking havoc on some of the girls' sticks for sure. Keene trying to be able to test that middle, finds a lane, and stick up. McKenna Fisher with that blocked shot. Nice job there. With a good stick. Keene driving the corner, shot, and score. Nice drive from goal line extended there for the Keene Blackbirds. And looks like Patty Hilt, number 11. All right, Blackbirds stringing something together here. All right, 3 goals here in a row, a couple draw wins. Again, make it, take it. They win another draw control, puts them back on offense right away. Grizzlies changing some things up here. Looks like Nibravaz on the draw and Ella Cullity and Sydney Lavoie on the outside. Good run here by the Blackbirds. being able to close the gap a little bit here. And draw control win for Ella Coletti. And turnover for Ella Coletti. Fortunately, that was a great check there by the Blackbirds. And ball picked up by the Blackbirds again in the offensive set. I think they're getting a feeling they can drive to cage. Backed up by White. Nice job by the Grizzlies backing up that shot. Yeah, we got a time here. Officials reset play here for just a moment. And Theosusi looking to clear. Good speed up the side here. Eyes are up. Nice job by Theosusi. Crosses at 30. That's a successful clear for the Grizzlies. Nice job being able to hold on to possession here. Ball moved out to Trinity Lund behind at X. Trinity Lund with eyes up, trying to find some cutters. And Grizzlies calling out a play here. Sydney Lavoie trying to test her person. Oop. And Sydney Lavoie, fortunately, lost the ball there. Good check by the Blackbirds. And push from behind, so Black will retain possession. So for the Grizzlies here, it looks like a yellow card was issued, and it'll be down a girl for 2 minutes. Ella Coletti with a ground ball. Some space here for the Grizzlies. Let's see what they try to do. They have 2 paths that they can go here. Being up 10-3, they can just try to wait out the penalty and kill some time because they are a girl down, so there should be some good pressure defense here by the Blackbirds. Trinity Lund looks inside. A little bit of an overthrow. Ella Coletti with a ground ball. Ball's checked out. Scrum in the middle. Let's see who comes up with it. And Peyton Duff with the ground ball. And Grizzlies decide to settle it in here, try to calm things down again. They're a girl down. So there should be some good pressure defense here by the Blackbirds, trying to force the Grizzlies into an error. Trinity Lund tries to drive inside. Good defense there by the Blackbirds, not letting anybody penetrate through. Trinity Lund sees a lane, shot, saved by the goalie. And ground ball by Peyton Duff. Paige Winters with the ball. See if she can test that middle. It's a little congested. She finds a lane, shot. Nice save by the goalie. Keene's goalie dialed in here. 2 quick saves. Up, turnover. Peyton Duff with the ground ball. Let's see if she can get inside. And no shooting space call there. Good job by the Grizzlies being able to retain possession. Again, still a girl down, and they're putting some good offensive pressure even with 1 girl down. 1:42 left here in the second quarter. And Grizzlies penalty is up. Trinity Lund over to Sydney Lavoie. And good defense there. And shot. Goal. Sydney Lavoie. Trinity Lund finding Sydney Lavoie coming in from the side. A couple good dodges inside there. Sydney finding some space, so Sydney Lavoie unassisted. All right, 1:25 here left in the second quarter. Your Grizzlies are up 11-3. Back to the draw circle. Nice job there by the Grizzlies, being a girl down and still being able to put some offensive pressure on. Niamh Ravaz with a ground ball and a draw control win. She sees a lane. She's going. Sticks up, shot over the top, and backed up there by White, Trinity Lund. She looks ahead. Mishandle there by the Grizzlies. Popped out to the 30. Who's going to get there first? And Blackbird ball. That's something that's hard to say 3 times fast there. All right, Blackbirds with the ball. They look inside, finds a cutter, shot. And it's race to the ball now. Who's going to keep it? Great hustle play there by Ella Coletti with a ground ball. Gets possession for the Grizzlies. Turnover here. Blackbirds with 35 seconds left. They're definitely going to push towards the cage. Good defense there by the Grizzlies, putting some pressure out all the way out to the 30. Keene looks inside, finds a cutter. Ball's on the ground. Emma Bird with good defense. Good double there by, where's that, McKenna Fisher. 6 seconds left. Keene pushing towards the cage. And ball dislodged there by Emma Bird. Great job by Emma Bird with a caused turnover to make sure that shot didn't even make it to the cage. All right, some good fun action there right here at the end of the half. All right, so we go into halftime right now with the Grizzlies up 11-3 over the Keene Blackbirds. All right, we're going to step away here for halftime. My guess is it's only going to be about 5 minutes because of the rain and the weather, and we will come back and talk to you guys here in just a few minutes.
It's Teacher Staff Appreciation Week, a great time for the school board to express how much we cherish you. You all inspire, educate, and empower. We are grateful every day. We appreciate all that you do, seen and unseen. Thank you.
As a school board member and a parent, I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of our teachers. Your dedication, integrity, and commitment to excellence make an immeasurable impression on our students and our entire community. Your professionalism and passion for teaching have a profound impact on the academic and personal growth of our students. You inspire not only through what you teach, but through who you are. We are truly grateful for all that you do.
I'd just like to take a moment to say thank you to all the staff and teachers in the Goffstown District Schools that do such an excellent job at educating and keeping our kids safe.
I just want to thank our teachers and staff at all of our SAU 19 schools. The work that they do is absolutely incredible, and without them, our students would be lost in many cases. We all remember having that special teacher or somebody that looked out for us as we went through our schooling days ourselves. And it's just so important that we have those people in our schools now. So thank you, and today we celebrate you.
Hi teachers, paras, admin, and staff. Our schools are great because of you. Thank you for the care, strength, and grace that you show every day as you educate the next generation here in Goffstown. I hope this week you feel celebrated and encouraged by your students, their parents, and our whole community. May their smiles, thank yous, and words of appreciation illuminate every day you teach.
And lastly, during Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week, I wanted to take this opportunity to let you know how much we really appreciate all that you do for our students, for our family, for our community, before school, after school, and sometimes into the evening. And beyond this week, we know that you are what make our schools so great.
Hi, I'm Morgan, and you're watching GTV.
You're watching Grizzly Lacrosse.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're about to start third quarter action here where your Goffstown Grizzlies are winning 11-3 over the Keene Blackbirds on this lovely monsoon day. Ball's up and out, and Sydney Lavoie with the draw control win. Great one-handed grab, snag out of the air. She sees a lane. And Blackbirds got back into that 8-meter and stopped that momentum. Ball over to Ella Coletti. And Gabby Millis with the ball. Trinity Lunn. Eyes to the middle. Sees a potential lane. Drives. Shot and score. Trinity Lunn saw a lane. Came across the top into the 8-meter. And Trinity Lunn unassisted. Grizzlies wasting no time. 30 seconds in. Just regrouped there at halftime and went right to the goal. For such a cold and rainy day, honestly, the girls are in good spirits. They're laughing out at the draw circle. A little bit of dancing happening out on the field. The officials are smiling and making the best out of this whole situation. So ball squirted up there again. And draw control win for Ella Coletti. Pushed up to Sydney Lavoie. Sees a lane, one-on-one. And off the crossbar. Oh, so close. And Nibrivaz with a ground ball. Ball picked up by the Grizzlies. And pushed down the side to Trinity Lunn. Trinity Lunn eyes up, seeing if she can find any cutters. Ball through X. Over to Gabby Millis. Grizzlies calling on an offensive set here. Cutters coming through the middle. Ball to Trinity Lund. Looking for some cutters. Pushed back to X. Grizzlies all on one side here, looking like they're going to peel off maybe for some cutters here in an offensive play. And here they come. Ball pushed out to Neve Ravaz and up. Open lane, sees the cutter. And ball just taken away right at the very last second by the Blackbirds. Great check. And Blackbirds on the move, pushing the ball up the field. Great hustle play by Neve Ravaz. She's the one that took the shot and was about 15 yards behind the young lady bringing the ball up for the Blackbirds, and she caught up to her. Great hustle play. Blackbirds with a shot. And wide of the cage. It looks like it's going to be backed up by White. And McKenna Fisher with a ground ball. Last time she picked up the ball like this, she ran 90 yards for a goal, but she gave it up this time, moves the ball up to Sydney Lavoie. Sydney Lavoie looking ahead, finds Gabby Millis. See if the Grizzlies can hold on to it here. And ground ball there for Gabby Millis. Ball pushed through X over to Trinity Lund. Looking for late cutters. Neve Ravaz almost had it. Just missed it. Looked like they're going to call that an empty check. So that's a minor. So that's going to push her out to the 12 meter. She's not going to get an 8 meter shot here. So new this year, though, there is no indirect. So thus meaning last year, if you're on the 12 meter indirect, you had to pass the ball before going to cage. I take all of that back. He put her on the 8 meter. Good pause and stop there. Neve Ravaz with the floater right over to the right side. Goal. 8 meter goal for Neve Ravaz. And that's her third of the day. Hat trick for Neve Ravaz on the day. And with the 10-goal differential, the clock will keep running. So back out here to the draw circle. Looks like Morgan Dodge is back out there. We have Sydney Lavoie and Ella Coletti on the sides. Ball squirted up. And the Grizzlies just had it. Ball pushed out. And Sydney Lavoie with a ground ball and draw win. Good possession here for the Grizzlies. Let's see what they do with the ball here. Ball over to Stella Edmond in the game. Let's see what the Grizzlies do here with this possession. Nice patience. Ball's up top. Pushed inside. And no call there. A lot of contact. Looking, the officials might have said she fell down. Ella Coletti looking in Trinity Lund. The ball was dislodged. And that was a cause turnover there by great play by Lily Connor. Cause turnover and a ground ball. Just unfortunately coming back around and had the empty check there. Lily Connor again with a ground ball. Let's see if he can put the... that ball's slipping all over the place with his weather. Ball over the middle, and Grizzlies cross that 30. That'll be another successful clear for them. And Grizzlies trying to push the ball down into X. Addie Glazer with the ball. Over to Paige Winters. And Grizzlies cycling there on that corner of the field and bring the ball back through X. Grizzlies again looking to see if they're going to set up in some offense. Stella Edmond with a cut through the middle. Looks like the Grizzlies are going to play some patience here. And Trinity Lund inside trying to work with her cuts. got held up inside, so they're putting her on an 8-meter on the center hash. Not often do you see an off-ball call like that. Trinity Lund shot, bounce shot, and score. Trinity Lund with an 8-meter goal unassisted. So again, that's some good off-ball work there by the Grizzlies. Not very often do you see someone get an 8-meter opportunity when they don't have the ball. Her defender was trying to hold her up from cutting, and that's what generated that opportunity in play. All right, Stella Edmond put in on attack and into the game. And out to the draw circle here. Time is ticking. We're at the 5:30 mark on the third quarter. Grizzlies are up 14-3. Morgan Dodge in the draw circle. And ball squirted out. Ella Coletti with a draw control. Grizzlies have found a really good rhythm here in that draw circle here. See what they do with this possession. Ball back to Addie Deal. I'm sorry, Addie Glazier. Ball pushed up top. And it's an empty check there by the Grizzlies. Turnover by the Grizzlies. And Lily Connor with that empty check. And let's see, the Blackbirds put the ball on the deck. 3 Grizzlies on 1 Blackbird, and the Blackbirds come up with it. Morgan Dodge with a good check there. Fortunately, Grizzlies didn't come up with it. Keene Blackbirds here trying to get into their offensive set. A little bit of trouble handling the ball here. Again, the really wet weather makes it a little bit difficult holding on to these sticks, and ball squirting out of that net sometimes. Nice drive here by the Blackbirds. And nice save by the Grizzlies. McKenna Kelly with that save. Ball pushed up. Peyton Duff has a lane. One more. And shot and goal. Nice job by Peyton Duff there, being able to find the lane. She saw some open space and really hard, strong shot there. Found the back of the net. Goalies, sometimes they have a tough life down there, and being able to, it's either a goal or a save. And when you can help your team out with, we call them save and scores, you get a save, you clear that ball, and they go right down and score. It's very uplifting for a team. So nice job there by McKenna Kelly, being able to push with the save and then push that ball up the field. And ball's out. And draw control by the Blackbirds. See if they can push this down here, find a lane. Jenna Shannon got them to force that ball out to the side. McKenna Fisher with a little bit of a strong check there. Have to go behind, and ball started with the Blackbirds. And Morgan Dodge with the caused turnover. So Morgan Dodge did have a caused turnover in the ground ball, but as soon as she was about to bring the ball up the field, the Grizzlies were found to have too many girls on the field. So we have a procedure call there. That's going to turn the ball back over to Black. And Blackbirds back into their offensive zone and set. Again, when they had a chance to show some possession time, they showed a lot of patience, and they were able to put the ball into the net and get those 3 tallies on the board. Let's see if they can do it again. Shot by the Blackbirds and saved by McKenna Kelly. Way to stab that one out of the air. And big heave up the field. And turnover there for the Grizzlies, unfortunately, after that great save. Blackbirds trying to test the zone. A little bit of a mishandle there. Drive to the cage, shot and score. Blackbirds again finding some lanes, being able to drive into that heart of the Grizzly defense. We'll get a number there for you in just a second. That's number 18 for the Blackbirds. And I apologize to the viewers at home. Unfortunately, we didn't have a name for that lovely young lady, but nice job by number 18 on the Blackbirds. And the Grizzlies here, we had to stop the clock, so we'll kind of get some information here. But if I heard the referee, it sounded like an equipment violation. And we got that name for you, Kate Camphouse, with the goal. All right, so what happened here? It looks like the okay, so Goffstown Grizzly goalie equipment violation, so they had to stop play to make sure that she was properly equipped. So because that's a dead ball foul, that'll turn over right to the Blackbirds. It should be their ball. Blackbird ball, free run to be able to bring the ball up here with 25 seconds left. Can they push the cage and get another one on here before the end of the quarter? Up sphere call, that's going to put her right on the 8-meter. And shot. Kind of Kelly with that stab through the air. That's second save, 2 saves in a row with 6 seconds left there. And the end of the period. Way to stand tall there. McKenna Kelly, great job being able to fend off that one off to the left side and stabbing that out of the air. Quick recovery by the Blackbirds, picking that ball up from X and then driving that goal line extended. And she took one off the head and still kept that ball out of the net. Great job by the Grizzlies. We're going to step away here for 2 minutes getting into the fourth quarter. Your Goffstown Grizzlies are up 15-4. Alrighty, thank you everybody that stuck with us so far all through this lovely monsoon, where your Goffstown Grizzlies are heading into the fourth quarter with a 15-4 lead over the Keene Blackbirds. And swapping sides of the field. And let's see how this one finishes out. All right, ball is up. And ball squirting around. And it's a ground ball there by Thea Susi. And draw control win. See Thea bring the ball down to X. See if the Grizzlies show some patience here. Thea Susi stays the lane, drives the corner, lost it at goal line extended, picked up by the Blackbird goalie. And Blackbird's looking to clear. Nice job with a heads up, finding the next girl up the field. I'd like to say the ball moves faster than the girl. And that's a turnover for the Blackbirds. Ground ball by Peyton Duff. Let's see how the Grizzlies get settled into the zone here, see what they do. And some patience here by the Grizzlies. Clock on their side. Addie Glazier trying to get over the top, finds a cutter, Stella Edmond, and shot and goal. Nice job on that backside cut there. Nice job by Addie Glazier. Addie Glazier with the assist and goal to Stella Edmond. Great job there by the offense. Again, more times than not, the person driving to the goal is not going to be the one that's going to get it because everybody crashes on that person, and you're finding those backside cutters to be able to finish that off. All right, whistle blown there, because usually when the ball is at the draw circle, you can't have any movement or substitutions at that point. But with the rain and the weather, the way things are going, the officials just kind of let them reset up here so we can have a good draw. And Emma Bird with a draw control and ground ball pickup. Good stick there, good defense by the Keene Blackbirds. Let's see who can come up with it. Nice ground ball there, and it's a sphere check there by the Grizzlies. Blackbirds retain possession. Oop. So, got to be able to give them enough position to be able to get that ball back into play. Looks like what we're going to do here is okay. So what happened there is that we have a green card that's being pulled. That's kind of a warning to the Goffstown bench that you have to make sure you give the girl enough space to be able to come to let the ball be put back into play. So if the referees do call that again, that can turn into an automatic yellow card at that point. And cause turnover there for Peyton Duff and picked up by Lily Connor. She's got a head of steam. She sees it, goes to cage, shot off the goal pipe. So close there for the Grizzlies. Lily had a head of steam and was ready to go to goal, and right off that pipe. Back out for the Blackbirds, push it up past the 50, seeing if they can have a successful clear. Push past the 30, and ball cleared for the Blackbirds into their offensive zone, and they're set. Blackbirds here showing some patience, trying to work two-man game. And McKenna Kelly with another save. Ball pushed up. Nice job finding the open cutter up the field, Peyton Duff, and pushing the ball up the field. And Grizzlies on the move. Ball up to Stella Edmond. Eyes up to Nibra Vaz. Open lane, shooting space call. All right, so again, for those at home, we've talked about this before, is that when the shooter has an opportunity to go to cage and they're impeded by the defender, where they're not able to shoot in a safe manner, that's what we call shooting space. And that'll put her on the 8-meter mark again. The Grizzlies keep drawing the best spot here, center cage. Gives her a lot to shoot at. Shot, and just wide of the cage. And that is backed up by the Blackbirds, who had the inside position. Blackbirds gain possession. Evie Eaton on the ride. Ball's on the ground. Who's going to get it? And Blackbirds get it right at the 30. Ball squirting around like a jumping bean there. And Blackbirds with the ball. Nice cause turnover there by Emma Bird. Nice stick and a ground ball for her. Good defense to see if she can get the ball up over the 30. Good clear for the Grizzlies. And ball over to Peyton Duff. Peyton showing some patience here. And Grizzlies working the ball around. 6:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Your Grizzlies up 16-4 here on offense. Trying to show some patience, see if they can get the ball in. Nibra Vaz on that ground ball, and a backhanded shot there with the goal. Mishandle on the first initial pass there. Popped that ball in front. Was able to recover and shoot that right in. That is her fourth goal of the day. Nibra Vaz with her fourth goal of the day. All right, nice job by the Grizzlies there. In the draw circle for the first time today, we have Stella Enman. And on the outside, Emma Bird and Peyton Duff. Ball squirted up. Emma Bird with the ground ball and the draw control win. Ball pushed up the side, up to Lily Connor. And looks like the Grizzlies are going to show a little patience. Open cutter, Evie Eaton. And shot. Good save there by the Blackbirds. Great shot opportunity there for Evie Eaton. Just missed the cage. And Blackbirds on the move on the clear. And ball picked up by Mariella. Fails. They call that out of bounds? No. Sorry, that was a ground ball there for Mariella. And ball up to Peyton Duff. And Grizzlies' opportunity here to be able to kind of run down the clock and look for maybe an open opportunity. Lily Connor coming across the top. Peyton Duff feed inside. Good crossover. And still a shot on cage. Just went over the top, backed up by Evie Eaton. Ball brought in by the Grizzlies. Ball's at X. And ball moved back up top. Good look inside. Paige Winters trying to find an entry point. Getting a little beat up there coming through. And it has a strong whistle that usually indicates a yellow card coming out. So we're going to have a cross check there. Number 14, so that'll be 2-minute penalty. And releasable at 1:15. So the Grizzlies here with the girl up. Opportunity here is to either just take that time and kill some clock and walk out of here with that win, or have a chance here to maybe work on that offensive girl upset and see if they can produce something that has a pretty good open look. Grizzlies up top, on top of the 12. Lily Connor looks inside and shot over the top of the cage. Addie Glazier just missing the top of that cage there. Good look inside by Lily Connor. Find that wide open cutter. Peyton Duff showing some patience, no pressure on her. Lily Connor out to the side, finds Paige Winters, drives, draws the shooting space call. All right, 8-meter opportunity here for Paige Winters. Drives the cage, pulls it back, and scores. Paige Winters with the 8-meter goal, unassisted. With the goal differential, the clock is running here. We're down to 1:30 left in the game. Goffstown Grizzlies are up 17-4. Looking like they're going to be able to close this out for the win. And the official is trying to make sure that everybody is set up appropriately here so we can get the right opportunity for a draw before the end of the game. Stella Emmon up, and that is won by the Blackbirds. Blackbirds are going to push towards the cage here with a minute left in the game, see if they can put another one up on the board. Ball pushed down to the side. Good look to the middle, open cutter, shot. And Mariella fails with her stick up. Great job in blocking that shot. And Emma Bird with a ground ball. Ball pushed up. Lily Connor with the ball. See if they push towards the cage here with 30 seconds left. And no open lane there. Grizzlies are probably going to hold on to the ball here, see if they can kill out the clock. And Addie Glazier turning the corner there. Put that one home unassisted. And that'll cap off the game there, where your Goffstown Grizzlies win the game 18-4 over the Keene Blackbirds. All right, I want to thank everybody for being able to join us today. Really appreciate you spending the time with us here in the afternoon and give me a chance to make your ears bleed for a little while. We will see you again on the next home game. Thank you very much.